Hey, it's show and tell. Why am I showing you a bag of Skittles? It's not a rarity. Well, except this particular bag here in Canada is a rarity because it was purchased in Austria. It was gifted to me by a former student because I wanted to take a look at the list of ingredients to see how they differ from the Canadian version. And indeed, they do differ. In Austria and Europe in general, they use natural colorants in these candies, whereas in Canada, we use a mix of natural and synthetics. But of course, any additive that is used has undergone stringent review by Health Canada. Now, the natural colorants that are used in the European version are found in things like beetroots, they're found in berries, they're found in turmeric, found in oranges, found in the indigo plant. Although I should mention that the ones that are found in oranges and indigo are actually not extracted from those because that would be too expensive. They're synthesized in the lab. Not that that makes any difference, because once the molecular structure is the same, the substances will behave the same way. Why have they gone to these natural colors in Europe? Oh, it's a lot of marketing. The word natural sells because people think that if something is natural, it is better, safer than synthetic, which, of course, there are many, many examples where that is not true. Plants produce all kinds of dangerous substances. Uh, Far more toxic than any of the synthetic dyes that we have. Although the natural colors that are used here, of course, are perfectly safe because they also have undergone review by authorities. Why is there even a concern? Because way back in the 2000s, early 2000s, a couple of studies, so-called the Southampton University studies in England, exposed children in double-blind fashion to a mixture of dyes, half of which are never used in Canada. They're not even allowed. But they found that when parents evaluated the behavior of the children, there was a slight difference. Children were said to be more hyperactive when they were given doses of those dyes. These studies have been highly criticized because the interpretation was subjective and the kids were given doses of these colorants that are unrealistic. Plus, it was also mixed with sodium benzoate, preservative, so we don't know actually what caused the difference, if indeed there was a difference. I don't think that these studies are very meaningful in terms of our everyday use. What we should be concerned about is the nutritional quality of these products. What are these? They are mostly sugar and fat. That's it. These are not nutritional angels. I wouldn't say they're devils either if they are consumed infrequently. But if anyone is giving their kids enough of these candies so that they should be concerned about the detriments of the food dye, they're giving way, way too much candy to their kids. They will be overdosing on sugar. So the message here is that these should be a very infrequent part of the diet. I don't think that there's any danger associated with the colors that are used unless one goes overboard and has a lot of these in the diet, which of course one should not have. So that's our show and tell today. That's why I have the Austrian version of Skittles to be able to make the difference between the Canadian version and the Austrian version. I don't think that there's anything to worry about here. But again, I think these should be a very infrequent part of the diet. And if you're going to occasionally have one, so be it. So I will have one, which for me is enough. It is not going to make me hyperactive. It will not make your kids hyperactive, unless, of course, you give them a whole bag of Skittles every day. That for today is our show and tell.